Now, as Florida still reels from Hurricane Helene, it's also bracing for what some are saying could be the strongest storm to hit the state in a century. CBS Austin's Andrew Freeman is live in the studio tonight to break down what's making these recent storms so strong. Andrew?
Well, the basic explanation is warm water is fuel for hurricanes, and because of climate change, our oceans are the warmest that's ever been recorded. Take a look at this satellite map from Climate Central, which shows our ocean surface temperatures are about 2 to 3 degrees higher than normal here in the Gulf of Mexico. For example, those temperatures are about 85 degrees, causing Milton not to just intensify rapidly, but to do so at an extreme rate.
We haven't had a direct hit in over a century.
Florida hasn't even had time to recover from Helene, and now evacuation efforts are underway ahead of Hurricane Milton.
Milton has a possibility of bringing close to twice the amount in storm surge. Hurricane force category 3 or 4 winds.
In less than 33 hours, Milton intensified from a tropical storm with 65-mile-per-hour winds to the strongest hurricane on the planet this year, with winds around 180 miles per hour.
Which is not just rapid intensification, but something that we call extreme rapid intensification, but even it blows past that definition as well.
Shaw Winkley with Climate Central says this phenomenon has become much more common in the last 4 decades. In fact, 44 of the last $63 billion hurricanes rapidly intensified, as did Beryl, Helene, and now Milton from just this season.
They're getting stronger, they're getting more intense, they're getting wetter, and they're causing bigger impacts.
Winkley says man-made carbon pollution has created a rise in global water temperatures, with last year and this year being the warmest on record.
This excess carbon pollution that we're putting into the atmosphere, that's also sinking into our oceans in excess, and that's what's holding these temperatures up.
And warm oceans create the perfect conditions for powerful hurricanes.
We know that adds that extra fuel, kind of like the steroids for the storm, to become bigger.
These are just numbers, but it's about more than data and the cost of these devastated communities. It's the human cost as well.
This is literally catastrophic, and I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Winkley says in the long term, we must do everything we can to lessen the impacts of oil and fossil fuels. And as these communities rebuild, they need to be built stronger and more resilient.
We have to think about how we're building, how we're living, and how we're really getting the messages around these extreme weather events, and then have a plan of what we're going to do.
It's worth mentioning Climate Central can't even track the most recent ocean temperatures. Because that data comes from a facility in North Carolina impacted by Hurricane Helene. Milton is expected to make landfall late tomorrow night. Reporting live in studio, Andrew Freeman, CBS Austin News.
Thank you, Andrew. Now, we're trying to help our neighbors out as best we can. The victims of Hurricane Helene still need our help. CBS Austin is partnering with the Salvation Army and our parent company, Sinclair, to help with humanitarian relief efforts. So far, you, Texans, and our viewers have raised more than $250,000 for Sinclair Cares, Hurricane Helene Relief Campaign. Sinclair is also donating $50,000. Just go to sinclaircares.com, scan the QR code on your screen right now to make a donation of any size. Everything will be welcomed.